Shabbat Shalom, peace and blessing to the chosen. All praises to the Most High, the creator of the heavens, the earth, the seas, and everything that's in them.
Paisley Jr., Daddy Man, Araya Paisley, Amore, Lala, Nama, Malachi, Arius, Drake, TJ, Kristen, Eamon, Jordan, Zaria, Chance, my niece, Bryce, Juriel, Marcon, America, Elijah, E3. That's family. That's family.
I love you, Equinox.
Forgive us for our wickedness, forgive us for our weaknesses, forgive us for our deviance and our disobedience, forgive us for our pride, remove this spirit, make us meek again. Restore relationships, the devil sever, let us speak again, betrayal and turned up bitter, touch our heart and makes us sweet again. Give him what to say to his son, cause he ain't been reaching him. Forgive us for the robbery, we don't wanna creep again whenever the elders dropping jewels, let us keep the gems. Please
How is it coming through? How is the feed coming through? I might need to close out and come back in. Shalom, shalom, peace and blessings to y'all. Hey, let me know how that audio coming through though. How the visual and the audio coming through. I don't want to keep trying to play the music and it's not coming through right. Shalom, shalom, peace and blessings. Shalom, shalom. Okay. I'm pull it back up then. Back up. Let's see.
Paisley Jr., Daddy Man, Araya Paisley, Amore, Lala, Nama, Malachi, Arius, Drake, TJ, Kristen, Eamon, Jordan, Zaria, Chance, my niece, Bryce, Juriel, Marcon, America, Elijah, E3. That's family. That's family.
I love you, Equinox.
Forgive us for our wickedness, forgive us for our weaknesses, forgive us for our deviance and our disobedience, forgive us for our pride, remove this spirit, make us meek again. Restore relationships, the devil sever, let us speak again. Betrayal and turned up bitter, touch our heart and makes us sweet again. Give him what to say to his son, cause he ain't been reaching him. Forgive us for the robbery, we don't wanna creep again. Whenever the elders dropping jewels, let us keep the gems. Please forgive us for the fornication and the lust, and please forgive us for the masturbation and
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know the way that it's showing on my end is like it keeps skipping. But the song that I was playing was Inner Man. A salute to all the truth troops, all the disciples of the Messiah. All praises, glory, and honor go to the creator of the heavens, the earth, the seas, and everything that's in them. The Father lights, the Ancient of Days. You know, the same one who provided us with beverage this week. He gave us food this week. He blessed us with sleep this week. He gave us the functioning and the operation of our limbs and all of our senses. You can see me right now. You can hear me right now. You can feel, you can taste, you can smell. Man, the Most High gave us all that, you know what I mean, the mobility to be able to do that. We're not confined to a hospital bed. We're not admitted into no hospitals right now. A lot of us. Many of us, we not preparing for no funeral. We didn't leave a funeral today. We not the ones in the casket for the funeral today. The Most High grace been more than sufficient. Even in the face in a time of challenges. So many of us, we dealing with challenges right now. We getting all types of blowbacks. You know what I mean? Some of us, you know, you dealing with issues with your children. You know what I mean? Your children being rebellious or you know, having issues with your parents, having issues with your siblings, you having issues that you struggling with from things that you've witnessed, experienced, and been exposed to as a child, and you still ain't got over those things. It's problems within marriages. It's problems within relationships as friends and family. You got problems with finances. You know what I mean? People trying to make ends meet. People facing evictions. People who have been living in their vehicles. But through all that, the true believers still standing firm with the Most High, man, and all praises for the Most High. So we got to stay encouraged. And I know those situations, none of those matters that I just mentioned, and many more that I can't mention that y'all know of, man, none of those things are easy. None of them are easy, man. But within it is win, lose, or draw for the Most High. All right. So tonight's subject, or today's subject rather, on my end, is what peace between the rich and the poor. All right, and we're gonna speak on the mindset of the rich, their viewpoint and perspective of the poor, and different other things that came up throughout the week. That we can tie within today's message, because it's always a lot to talk about. So family, I may come on with a topic. It might have a certain headline, and yes, we'll talk about it, but it's so much more going on in the world, so we can't just always stick to one topic. Even with the music, you know, you'll have a chorus and the verses might not relate to the chorus because it's so much things to cover. It's so many things to cover. And we don't want to be boxed in because everybody needs to get fed some kind of way. But before we jump into it, drop a I want to see, drop a number between 1 and 31 for me in the comments. Drop a number between 1 and 31 in the comments. All praise to the Most High for y'all support, being encouraged by the inner man. I see that y'all liking it, that is ministering to y'all, and it ministered to me to see that it ministered to y'all, because I'm reading the comments and brothers and sisters saying, forgive us. And that's the thing when it comes to the music. So anybody who is making music, we want to put the people on one accord to be focusing on the Most High. And we want to cry out as a whole, or we want to praise as a whole, you know what I mean, collectively, to get the Most High attention. You know, that's my intention. I can say over time through the music, family, I have got into a position where, you know, I'm talking about my life and you know, different things that I'm doing and dealing with and have dealt with, and it don't always reflect to, you know, what's recognized as a godly lifestyle. For example, one of those things that, you know, I got pushback for before was about a firearm. You know what I'm saying? But it's not about that. So in short, I just want to say all praise to the Most High that, you know, the music is ministering to y'all. It ministers to me to know that it ministers to y'all. All right. Let me see what we got here. 28, 15, 24, 27, 12, 24. Okay, I see. So 224. So we're going to go with that. We got two witnesses. Two witnesses for 24. So before we get into the message, let's get some wisdom from the wisdom books. One of the wisdom books, which is Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 24. Proverbs chapter 24. We're going to read it. Gives an understanding of it to, get our spirit working and ready to receive the rest of the word. Proverbs is one of my favorite books, along with Ecclesiasticus, Wisdom of Solomon too. All right, Proverbs 24, starting with verse 1, it says, "Be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them." That goes right in with the message, family. Because as we're going to talk about the rich and poor. It's a lot of poor people. It's a lot of us that's envious of the people that's put in the spotlight to be rich or who's seen as wealthy in this world. And we covet what they have. We covet what their lifestyle. So much so that brothers and sisters get weak to it in the eye of constantly looking at it, looking at their status and their situation, their condition of living, you start to loathe your own life. Even to the point where you start to say, well, you know what? Well, some have traded out the righteousness and the servitude to the Most High to cross over and serve the adversary, sell their soul. They say, man, I don't want to be poor. I don't want to be lacking. I want to wear the expensive clothes. I want to push and drive their Rolls Royce. I want the fame. I want people to know my name. I want to be able to buy what I want when I want with no stress. And I feel you on that point. Definitely if you got a family. But they come with woes and misery. A lot of time, if you go about it, you cannot play the devil's game by the Most High's rules. Understand it. So the people who you seeing in these positions of being rich on your TV screen, on your radio station, I don't care who they is. I don't care who it is. If they on that screen, they well known, they famous, man. They did something in exchange to get in that position to be on your television. You best believe in some kind of way they sold out. I know this firsthand because years ago, my cousin's wife, she was from New York. So my granny, she ended up having a gathering at the house. My cousin and his wife come through, Mom Deuce and Pops there. And Mom Deuce ended up playing one of the songs. You know what I mean? Tribute, if you go and look it up on Bandcamp. She ended up playing that song. So my cousin's wife liked it. She wanted to meet me. We ended up setting up a meeting. She went back home, flew back from New York for the meeting to my granny's house. We sat down in the kitchen. And she told me, she was an A&R for Interscope. I don't know where she is now. But she told me, she said, well, if we sign you, you don't have any creative control. Which that means that those things that I would want to rap about, that I want to rap about, my ideas to glorify the Most High, all this out the window. You got to rap about what they want you to rap about, AKA sell your soul. Said, if we sign you, we own you. This is what she told me. You won't have no creative control. So if a person is owned or you own something, you do what you want with it. So in this same phase, family, this is what I'm saying. These people in those positions, they had to trade out. They had to sell out in order to get there. This is what I know. All right, but Proverbs 24:1, it says, "Be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them. For their hearts study of destruction, and their lips talk of mischief. Through wisdom is an house builded, and by understanding it is established. And by knowledge shall the chambers be filled with all precious and pleasant riches. A wise man is strong, yea, a man of knowledge increase of strength. For by wise counsel thou shalt make thy war, and in multitude of counselors there is safety. Wisdom is too high for a fool. He openeth not his mouth in the gate. He that deviseth to do evil shall be called a mischievous person. The thought of foolishness is sin, and a scorner is an abomination to men. If thou faint in a day of adversity, thy strength is small." So when we dealing with these troubles, family, when we dealing with these challenges, I know, and within the message, we gonna see It's not just a coincidence for no reason. People are losing out on a lot of things. Listen, through this situation of this plague, what I say, I have to say it like that because they've been removing videos out the channel. From this plague that came about, it's not that just people were losing their lives. People lost businesses. People lost friendships. Marriages were destroyed based off the fact that finances wasn't right. You know what I mean? So within it, you get it to where there's a time of adversity. But in that time of adversity, when things are changing and it's not going your way, it's hard to make the ends meet, or prosperity and success, or whatever it is. The peace is hard to find. If you faint in that time period, it's saying your strength in the Most High is small. All right, which take us back. We go back a couple verses. Said let me see, verse 6. The B part says, "In the multitude of counselors there is safety." So we want to have people around us, man, who gonna pour into us to increase our strength and encouragement in the Most High. A lot of people step off and away from the word, and you stay away from it so long till you fall away to the wayside. We don't want to be those people. You know what I mean? And if you're one of those people that have, and you tune in tonight, man, the Most High calling you back. All praise to the Most High. Anytime that he allow us to see the light of day, he giving us another chance to get it right. And if some don't know, on the flip side, what you will find out reading, it's people who being preserved for destruction, family. That's what the book tells us. It's a lot of people who you think everything good with them. Like I'm saying, I've been motivated by seeing wicked people. Because I'm saying, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to train my house to be like that. I don't want to be that type of example. So it inspires me to exercise more righteousness, to want to be more obedient to the Most High. And those people, many of they only being preserved to be destroyed. All right, Proverbs 24:10 again, though. "If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. If thou forbear to deliver them that are drawn unto death, and those that are ready to be slain. If thou sayest, behold, we knew it not, doth not he that pondereth the heart consider it? And he that keepeth thy soul, doth not he know it? And shall not he render to every man according to his works? My son, eat thou honey, because it is good, and the honeycomb which is sweet to thy taste. So shall the knowledge of wisdom be unto thy soul. When thou hast found it, then there shall be a reward, and thy expectation shall not be cut off. Lay not wait, O wicked man, against the dwelling of the righteous. Spoil not his resting place. For a just man falleth 7 times, and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. Rejoice not when thine enemy falleth, and let not thine heart be glad when he stumbleth, lest the Most High see it, and it displease him, and he turn away his wrath from him. Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked, for there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. I'm going to read that part again. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. My son, fear thou the Most High and the King, and meddle not with them that are given to change. For their calamity shall rise suddenly, and who knoweth the ruin of them both? These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to have respect of persons in judgment. He that saith unto the wicked, thou art righteous, him shall the people curse. Nations shall abhor him, but to them that rebuke him shall be delight, and a good blessing shall come upon him. That's going to come up in the message too, because certain sin committed, you know what I mean, is being encouraged, is being pacified. And by doing so, if you encouraging that one, you pacifying that one, it makes a leeway for others to feel like, well, they did it and the people accepted it, then I can do it. But continuing on, verse 26, every man shall kiss his lips that giveth a right answer. Prepare thy work without, and make it fit for thyself in the field, and afterwards build thine house. Be not a witness against thy neighbor without cause, and deceive not with thy lips. And you got just like that one. Now that's a good one. Don't be a witness against your neighbor for no reason. Well, we have many people that just, you already got an evil suspicion in your head against this person for whatever reason. So you ready to condemn them. Now that's a part of the study me and the children had. If I'm not mistaken, Leviticus 19, talking about judging, being righteous judges. Even in the account with Solomon, I think it's 1 Samuel 2 or 1 Samuel 3, or 1 Kings, if I'm not mistaken. I have to get it. But talking about these two women were harlots, and they both came to him with an issue. The scriptures specifically laid out that both of these women are harlots. Solomon is in the seat of judgment. He didn't go into all their business about these being harlots. He heard the matter and dealt with the matter according to truth. And a lot of people can't do that because we get to focusing on the person more than the situation is being put before us to judge, to make a decision on. Already having some type of envy toward this person, some type of malice toward this person, some type of hatred toward this person. For whatever, you might abhor him just because of his appearance. And we know the book say don't do that. All right, so let me read that part again. Let's see. Verse 28. Be not a witness against thy neighbor without cause, and deceive not with thy lips. Say not, I will do so to him as he have done to me. You want that revenge. You want that get back. You want to get even. All right, it says, I will render to the man according to his work. The Most High gonna handle it. The Most High gonna do him a certain way that you couldn't do it if you wanted to. I mean, I done been in situations where people wronged me, and yeah, I'm hot behind it. But I pray for that person to the most, and man, the news that come back about them will make you say, my Father. You will start to pity that person. I'm telling you, you will feel for him. Like the Most High did that to him. Like I thought I was mad. I didn't want that to happen to him, but it'd be too late. You know what I'm saying? So when the Most High get to somebody, man, and you hear about it, when they done wrong you, a lot of people, man, you will feel remorseful. All right, we'll continue on. Verse 30. I went by the field of the slothful and by the vineyard of the man void of understanding. And lo, it was all grown over with thorns, and nettles had covered the face thereof, and the stone wall thereof was broken down. Then I saw and considered it well. I looked upon it and received instruction. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that traveleth, and thy want as an armed man. So when we traveling, family, we only can pack so much. This is what it's telling us. You can only, you know what I mean, have so much with you. And if you got a far travel and your trip is extended, you soon, in due time, you're going to run out of goods and substances. Your money, if you ain't got money coming in some kind of way while you on the road and traveling, listen, your goods are going to run out. So it's saying that those who choose to just sleep, some of us, many of us being lazy, we not getting up. We just, you know what I mean? We complacent, not even putting forth an effort. The Most High said, man, poverty going to come to you. We got to get up and work, find a way, make a way, do something, be active, be productive. The spirit of depression come in to many houses, many temples, as individuals talking about your temple, your body, from people being lazy and unproductive. Many times in that state of you being lazy and unproductive, you watching those people who are productive, wishing that you had what they had. You know what I mean? So you gotta get those gears rolling, man. Bind and rebuke that spirit. Ask the Most High to remove that spirit of procrastination from you. I know how it go. All right, so any questions on that reading, Proverbs 24, before we go ahead with the message? Any questions on any of it? Do we get the understanding of what we just read? And then I was finna say something. Yo, drop a 7 in the comments if everything's still coming through clearly, the audio, the visual as well. Indeed. They gotta be tripping, Keanu. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna go and jump into the message. I'll pray to the Most High. Bless everybody who tuning in. Let's see what I want. Oh yeah, here we go. Check this out, fam.
I think the problem that we've had is that we have people decided they didn't really want to work so much anymore through COVID, and that has had a massive issue on productivity. Tradies have definitely pulled back on productivity. They have been paid a lot to do not too much in the last few years, and we need to see that change. We need to see unemployment rise. Unemployment has to jump 40, 50% in my view.
We need to see unemployment rise. This is a rich man.
We need there's been has to change. We've got to kill that attitude, and that has to come through hurting the economy, which is what the whole global, the world is trying to do. The governments around the world are trying to increase unemployment to get that to some sort of normality. And we're seeing it. I think every employer now is seeing it. I mean, there is.
Listen to that part again. Who he say did that? Let me check it back.
Extremely lucky to have them. There's definitely massive layoffs going off. People might not be talking about it, but people are definitely laying people off, and we're starting to see less arrogance in the employment market, and that has to continue because that will cascade across the cost balance.
All right. So what we seeing, like I said earlier, the increase in poverty, the increase of issues with finances, the increase of trouble of being able to provide is being executed by a plan by people who this is their intention. They want it to happen. Now understand what this guy just said. He said, we want unemployment to increase. Within a state of unemployment, not being able to provide, especially for those who don't have the wherewithal to start their own business or the resources, not even capable because physical challenges or whatever, unemployment can lead to risk taking. Unemployment can lead to violence for many people. Unemployment leads to, okay, I can't feed my children or myself, but I see this person over here eating, so I might need to take what they have. I might need to invade them, rob them, steal from them. which that's okay with those who in those positions of power and have money, who rich, because they say, well, if you go to jail, you out the way of the rich anyway. All we need is the slaves who have the slave mindset to build up our companies and obey us, and just to have a clash between the rich and the slave. This is the mindset of these people. And peep the fact out, they said that he was at the property summit. So he's a millionaire through real estate. Real estate dealing with property, dealing with living, your house, your shelter. This person said, well, they don't need to have a place to live. Let them be homeless, in so many words. He said the government is in on it. Said the people, because of the plague that came, said they got this mindset to say, well, the employee is more important than the employer. But the fact is, you wouldn't be an employer if you didn't have employees to cause the company to flourish. Even for some of those who may be watching, if you're dealing with a spirit where you're in a position of authority, it's your job, and you a lead or a supervisor or something of that sort, never get the mindset to feel like because you're a manager, you better. If you didn't have people to manage or lead, then you wouldn't have a position. Understand that? So this person, later on, Tim Gurner, he had to try to come up and clean his statement. He said, well, he was, what's the word he used in the article? He was insensible, I want to say, about what he said. Don't be fooled. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. That's just one of them. So what about the ones who they went on the front line to speak and tell you that they feel the same way, which many of them do? This is the mindset that they have, those who got the riches, who definitely not linked in with the Most High. This is how they feel about us. They say, well, yeah, we need to increase the unemployment to kill that spirit and that mindset that they have, to understand that they are the foundation of the company. I don't care if you got the best product in the world. Listen, the best perfume is made from all the organic fragrances known to man. It can be the best. If you ain't got enough people to put out their product, listen, you only gonna accumulate so much. But if you got a whole army of people in different factories in place to be putting it out, listen, you're going to accumulate a whole lot of wealth because you got a lot of hands. Many hands make of light work. All right, but they don't respect that. They don't care about that. Indeed, stepping on idols that want you to rely on the system. All right, so let's get some out the book, though. Let's go to Matthew. Matthew chapter 19. Matthew chapter 19. Matthew chapter 19. We're going to start with verse 16. Matthew 19, verse 16. It says, and behold, one came and said unto him, good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? And he said unto him, why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is the Most High. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. He saith unto him, which? The Messiah said, thou shalt do no murder. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Honor thy father and thy mother. And thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. The young man saith unto him, all these things have I kept from my youth up. What lack I yet? Yeshua said unto him, if thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. Then said Yeshua unto his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of the Most High. So here, family, We seen the mentality of the rich. And this message ain't about just what we looked at, the rich. It's about the effects that come with those people in those positions and how they promote their agenda. We're going to get it through the message if you stick with us. But he telling us, now what I've heard is that when it's talking about this camel passing through the eye of a needle, it said in the old times in the cities, they would close the gate at a certain time. So outside the city wall was this little small entrance where if you were traveling with your camel, in which usually with your camel you go laden it or loaded with whatever you needed as you was traveling. And in order to get into the city, because they're not gonna open the gates again, you would have to take all that you loaded onto the camel off, all your bags, whatever you got with you. And then you know how the camel crouched down on its knees or whatever. It would have to do that and crawl into this small entry to get into the gate, so to say, well, to get into the city. You as well. So you had to take those things off, because if the camel stood and had all that loaded on it, it wasn't going to be able to fit through that eye that leads into the city. So for the rich people, in order to get into the kingdom, they would have to let go all that they've gained. So that rich man, that young man that we're reading about, he didn't want to let go his possessions. Which that's a lesson for us in that family, not to be so attached and holding on to the things that we've gained on this side of the dirt in this realm. It's a world to come. Esau is the end of this world, but Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. That's the one we're looking forward to, the everlasting kingdom. All right, so all these things, they gonna perish, they gonna go away, they gonna fail. You know what I mean? They'll be diminished. With the kingdom to come, none of that happens. And to get it, if we are in position where some of us have accumulated riches, and I'm not saying that every single rich person is evil. I'm not saying that. You got evil poor people. All right, but those who may be in that position where the Most High has blessed you with those finances, like, keep this in mind. Like, don't let them then you might salute Raincoat Bow. Shalom, shalom. Drop the 7 in the comments if we still good, family. Okay. All right, Matthew 19, verse 25. When his disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, who then can be saved? But Yeshua beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with the Most High all things are possible. All right, so we know this, just admonishing us that we got to have the Most High at the forefront. Okay. See, that's what I'm saying, Sister Shemaiah. She said she getting the video is choppy. I got 3 others that said everything coming through clear. I don't know what's going on. Forgive me, y'all. I don't know what's going on with the connection today. We in Ecclesiasticus 13. in the red apocrypha if you got it. Okay. I might have to listen, fam. I might have to shut it down and then go live, reset, restart or whatnot. Reset, restart. I might it keep loading on my side as well. That's why I'm asking. So let me try that. Let me try that, fam. Forgive me. I'm gonna shut it down, restart, then I'm gonna go back live. Hold tight, fam. Hold tight.